Well, hello everyone. This is Dr. Clarence Brown, founder of Metabotech, helping you transform your life and your health one day and one meal at a time. So today we are talking about your digestive system. I used to hear people say you are what you eat, but I believe that you're not what you eat, you're what you digest. So today we are going to go through your digestive system and how your health overall is all tied to your digestive system. It's important to understand that obesity is not necessarily caused by overeating. There are many factors which actually cause one to become obese or overweight, most of which are not even considered as a culprit. Some of those things can be the hypothalamus gland, and we will talk about the hypothalamus in detail in the forgiveness presentation. Also, you can have hormonal imbalance, metabolism can be low, you can have nutritional deficiencies, it can be enzymes, artificial sweeteners, MSG, processed foods overall, microwave foods, pasteurized foods, medications, skincare, pesticides, herbicides. A number of things can cause our bodies to hold on to fat. And so today we are going to go through and discuss how to repair your digestive system while at the same time releasing unwanted weight. So the parts of your digestive system are the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the pancreas, the liver, gallbladder, GALT, which stands for gut-associated lymphoid tissue. These are the tissues throughout your digestive system that are parts of your immune system. This is why doctors tell you that 70% of your immune system is located in your digestive system. Then you have the small intestine and the large intestine. So here on the left is a healthy colon, and this is what a healthy colon looks like. So as you can see, the toxins here, they are being encapsulated very efficiently by the colon and by the digestive system and the probiotics here. And over here, as you can see, some of the unhealthy bacteria is very well encapsulated, and the body is completely under control here of what's going on. If you look over here on the right, these white patches of yeast, that's yeast that has overgrown, such as candida. You see parasites here. You see the toxins are not that well taken care of, and you see the toxins are actually falling through these holes in the wall of the intestine. This is what is called leaky gut syndrome, and we will talk more in detail about leaky gut in just a moment. So how do you know if your digestive system is healthy? If you suffer from 2 or more of these conditions or symptoms, your digestive system may not be healthy. So, not eating a balanced diet, not eating enough fruits, vegetables, fiber, not having an adequate amount of water, eating processed foods, lack of exercise, heavy alcohol drinking, smoking cigarettes, excessive medication use, these are all things that can prevent you from maintaining a healthy digestive system. Leaky gut syndrome, which I alluded to in one of the previous slides here, is again when there are holes in the lining of the intestinal wall and toxins start to fall through and into the bloodstream. And when they enter the bloodstream, it can lead to a litany of diseases in the body. This damaged intestinal lining is what we call leaky gut syndrome. And so your digestion is impaired, the absorption of nutrients is impaired, and this leaves your body susceptible to many diseases that can spread throughout your entire body. Also, there are parasites in the digestive system. And a lot of people are very surprised at how common parasites are. In fact, there are hundreds of parasite species that can make their home in our intestinal tract, as well as our liver, our lungs, our muscles, our joints, our eyes, our brain, our throat, our skin, our blood. And the symptoms can be quite varied, and many of them can be seen and many cannot be seen in the stool, and primary care physicians routinely do not test for them. And parasites can range from microscopic to several feet long, like the tapeworm. And some of the symptoms that you may have parasites in your body are the following: anemia, bad breath, bloating, a yeast overgrowth, chronic fatigue, constipation, diarrhea, these symptoms and a bunch of other symptoms. So how do you repair the lining of your digestive system? The first thing that you need to add to your diet will be probiotics. Those are good gut bacteria, and they can affect how your immune system is functioning. It can affect inflammation in the body, how your body is uptaking sugar, so it affects your insulin sensitivity, leaky gut syndrome, your mood, multiple sclerosis, and a number of chronic diseases are linked to a lack of good probiotics in the digestive system. If you have ever done any type of antibiotics, I guarantee that your probiotic count is low in your digestive system, and that sets the foundation for a number of diseases to invade your body. You also need electrolytes. These are substances that regulate fluid and nutrient exchange inside and outside of your cells. Electrolyte balance in our body is essential for normal function of all of our cells and organs. And you can also use essential oils to repair your digestive tract. These are liquids that are generally distilled from the bark, flowers, leaves, roots, stems, or other elements of plants. And when used internally, they are powerful with treating internal infections. They help improve digestion. They have antioxidant properties. They help support liver function, gallbladder function, lymph function, and kidney function. And last but not least is honey. Honey has been known for its healing properties for thousands of years. Ancient Greeks, Egyptians, a number of cultures throughout the ages have used honey. Some of the internal uses of honey can be acid reflux. It can help with inflammation of the esophagus, with gastritis, heartburn, irritable bowel syndrome, upset stomach. All honeys are not created equal, so it is very important when you are searching for honey that you want to purchase raw organic honey, or one of my favorites is Manuka honey. That's spelled M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy, U-K-A, Manuka honey. There's more research online about Manuka honey and its antibacterial and antiviral properties. It's an amazing honey that is currently being used for wound care because it is one of the only natural substances that kills MRSA. So Manuka honey can be used topically on wounds and internally to repair your digestive system. One of my favorite products that I have just about all my patients taking now is Swirl Vive. Swirl Vive is produced by a company called Beyond Organic. Swirl Vive is a whole food fermented cultured whey beverage. Now, the whey that's used in the Swirl Vive is whey that you will not have an allergic reaction to. Some people cannot do dairy products, and that's because of the type of cows that are used in the United States. We normally use A1 cows in the United States, but Jordan Rubin and Beyond Organic use A2 cows for their whey. So the discussion about A1 and A2 is a very long discussion, and if you want to learn more about that, there's a great book out called Devil in the Milk by Dr. Keith Woodford, Woodford. Great book that talks about the difference between A1 and A2 cows. So to clarify, the whey that is used in Swirl Vive is from A2 cows, which is extremely beneficial for human physiology. And even people who think they are lactose intolerant or who are lactose intolerant still do very well with dairy that comes from A2 cows. So the Swirl Vive, again, is a whole food, fermented, cultured whey beverage. It has a high probiotic count. It contains your electrolytes, over 400 milligrams of potassium per bottle. It's enhanced with essential oils, has B vitamins and calcium, and is naturally sweetened with organic honey. So all of the elements that help to heal your digestive tract are in this one product. Swirl Vive is excellent for those who struggle with water retention. It initiates cellular energy production in the mitochondria. It is excellent for the lymphatic system. It helps to recover from overindulgence, and it replaces the use of energy drinks and sport drinks. It works as an anti-inflammatory catalyst. It's amazing for intestinal health and regularity, and it also helps to regulate appetite control. Again, the Swirl Vive is one of my favorite products. I do not go a day without consuming it. The benefits of it are being researched more and more each day, and it's not just helping with digestive health, because once your digestive system heals, every other system in the body follows. So I am seeing in my clinic a number of patients who are responding to low back pain, to migraines, to neck pain, to numbness and tingling, simply from adding Swirl Vive to their diets. Metabolic typing. One man's meat is another man's poison. The secret to releasing weight is understanding your unique metabolic type. There's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all diet, which is why many people struggle with meeting their weight release goals. With metabolic typing, you learn how to select food portions conducive to your specific body type. So, to learn more about metabolic typing, please view the video presentation on metabolic typing, and in that presentation, you will also learn how to sign up to take a free assessment to find out what your metabolic type is. I have my patients who have had conditions for many years that once they start eating for their metabolic type, number one, the weight starts to melt away, and two, conditions they've had for years are starting to disappear. So this information is invaluable, and I am offering this information for a limited time for free. So please view the metabolic typing video. Parasite Cleanse and Digestive Cleanse. These are two of my favorite products to use. Parasite Cleanse is a 10-day cleanse. So you take the contents of one packet 15 minutes before breakfast and 15 minutes before dinner, and you do that for 10 days. Once your 10 days are up, this is what I recommend, okay? Once the first 10 days are up, I also have my patients do the Artemisia combination, because what happens is that if there are parasites in your digestive system, once you go through the parasite cleanse, the first round, which is 10 days, there might still have been eggs that were laid that the first 10 days didn't get rid of. So the Artemisia combination will go in and destroy those eggs or the remnants of some of the parasites that were in there. And so you'll do 2 capsules of Artemisia combination 3 times a day, once with lunch, dinner, and in the morning with breakfast. And once you do that for 10 days, you're going to go back and do the para cleanse for another 10 days to make sure that whatever eggs or remnants of the parasites that the Artemisia combination killed. So when you go through the next cycle of the parasite cleanse, that ensures that the rest of the parasites have gotten out of your body. It's a very powerful cleanse. It works extremely well. It is very mild too, but it's important to know that it does have Cascara sagrada in it, which is an herbal laxative. But again, this is a very mild cleanse. And so once you're done with the parasite cleanse, you have a choice to either do the dietary cleanse or the liquid cleanse. The dietary cleanse is the one that I personally use at the change of season, so about 3 to 4 times a year. And the dietary cleanse helps to support the body's organs that play a role in detoxification. So the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, the bowels, and the skin. And these are 3 packets. You take 1 in the morning, one at noontime, and 1 in PM. One of my favorite products, but this also contains Cascara sagrada, and it has psyllium. And some people are allergic to psyllium. So if you know that you are allergic to psyllium, then I recommend doing the liquid cleanse. The liquid cleanse is a 16-day cleanse versus the dietary cleanse are capsules that you take. The liquid cleanse is 2 tablespoons of the liquid per day, and the liquid cleanse does not have Cascara sagrada, it has senna. And even though it has senna, which is also an herbal laxative, it is not as harsh or abrasive as the dietary cleanse is for some people because of psyllium and the Cascara sagrada. Nature Sunshine's liquid cleanse, it is very mild, so it's milder than the dietary cleanse, and it's a liquid version, and it does not have psyllium. So if you're okay with psyllium and you're okay with using Cascara sagrada, I recommend the dietary cleanse. So this is my daily dietary protocol, and I give this to my patients because this really lays the foundation for establishing great health. And it sets you up to have good habits that you can keep for the rest of your life that will keep you healthy, that will help to keep your digestive system as healthy as possible, and it'll help your body to continually release unwanted weight. So my breakfast smoothies, I do 1/4 of a banana. And if you have any type of metabolic syndrome or issue with sugar, you want to be careful with bananas because they are moderately glycemic. And so you want to be very careful with those. But for my smoothie, I use 1/4 of a banana, 1 cup of frozen strawberries for me, and I use 2 scoops of Nature's Harvest, and I'll go into detail about what that is in a moment. 1 tablespoon coconut oil, 1 tablespoon of the raw cacao powder, 1/2 of an organic avocado, and 16 ounces of water. And for a snack, what I do is I actually do 8 ounces of swirl vive. But if you choose not to do that, you can either have 1 piece of fruit, you can have 1 handful of raw nuts or trail mix. But the trail mix must be a healthy trail mix, not one that you go out in the store and buy that has granola and a bunch of other processed grains. You want something that is a favorite nut of yours, like a pecan or walnut or cashews, mixed with some type of dried fruit that will not spike your blood sugar. So dried cranberries are generally okay with that. Or you can do one sliced apple top with your favorite nut butter, so maybe almond butter or cashew butter, or you can do 1 to 2 hard-boiled eggs. But again, my preference for a lunch snack is 8 ounces of swirl vive. And then for lunch, I have the same smoothie that I have for breakfast, except I do not put the avocado in the lunch smoothie because I really don't need it at that point. I normally recommend 1/2 of an avocado every day for my patients. It doesn't matter if you're trying to release weight or not, because for those who are trying to release weight, doing 1/2 of an avocado gives your body good fat. And when your body gets good fat, your body releases bad fat. But with the avocado, 1/2 a day is more than enough, and you get that from your breakfast smoothie. And so for lunch, I do everything else minus that. And what I'll do in the morning is when I make my breakfast smoothie, once I'm done with that, I'll go back and I'll make my lunch smoothie, and I'll put it in a shaker, and I'll take it with me to the office, and I'll put it in the refrigerator to keep it cold. So that way I don't have to go through the process of being in the office with a blender and trying to make it fresh. No, I just make them both in the morning, take it with me. And for a snack between lunch and dinner, I do another 8 ounces of swirl vive. And for dinner, that's based on my metabolic profile. I am a protein profile. Once you take the metabolic profile assessment, you'll understand what I mean, how dinner is based on your metabolic profile. Because what works for one person doesn't work for another. When you go through and take the assessment to determine your metabolic profile, you will receive a number of documents that will show you how to eat and how to combine foods. Superfoods. Superfoods, I love superfoods, and the Nature's Harvest, which we spoke about, this is the protein powder that I use. This is my protein powder of choice. It has 13 grams of vegetable protein per serving. It supports the intestinal, the circulatory system. It's vegan, it's dairy-free, and lactose-free. Now, the cacao powder is one of my favorite superfoods that a lot of people really don't know that much about. So cacao has a high concentration of magnesium, flavonols, polyphenols, chromium, iron, is rich in antioxidants, and cacao is an excellent source of soluble fiber. This is a great superfood to have, and quite honestly, I am not a fan of chocolate, but the cacao powder I enjoy in my smoothies. And for omega-3 fatty acids, the vast majority of us are deficient in essential fatty acids, and they help to support our cardiovascular system, brain function, joint and skin support. Krill oil is a natural source of astaxanthin, which is a powerful antioxidant, and krill provides an extremely bioavailable source of omega-3 fatty acids, and it may support an already normal range cholesterol. The thing with omega-3 fatty acids is that so many people are dominant in omega-6 fatty acids and deficient in omega-3. So the goal is to balance the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, because too much omega-6 fatty acid leads to inflammation in the body. And most people don't realize that their tissues are inflamed, their back is hurting, their knees are hurting, their neck is hurting, all their joints, their fingers, they're hurting because their diet is too inflammatory, too much omega-6. So the krill oil will help to balance the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Again, avocados, one of my favorite foods. One avocado has a potassium content of 2 to 3 bananas. They may reduce your cholesterol levels. They may reduce the risk of heart disease. They reduce inflammation, and they may increase fat burning. And they contain glutathione, which protects you against many diseases, including several forms of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and high cholesterol. And they may regulate blood sugar levels. It's important that you purchase organic avocados because avocados have an enzyme in them called chitinase. Chitinase is an enzyme that is released in a large amount when non-organic avocados are sprayed with ethylene gas. They're sprayed with the ethylene gas to increase the rate at which they ripen. But the problem is that ethylene gas, it increases the amount of chitinase enzyme that the avocados produce. So if you are allergic to latex, I guarantee that you cannot consume non-organic avocados, because the chitinase enzyme is the same enzyme that is found in latex, which is what people are allergic to. So very important. Avocados should be organic. One of my other favorite things to use every day is coconut oil. The coconut oil helps to promote healthy metabolism, healthy skin, heart health. It protects your immune system. It promotes weight loss. It destroys lipid-coated viruses like herpes, HIV, and influenza. And coconut oil added to the diets of diabetics and pre-diabetics may help stabilize weight gain, which can dramatically decrease the likelihood of getting type 2 diabetes and help with diabetes management. And in addition to being used internally, coconut oil is also used topically to replace lotions. It helps to protect your skin from the aging effects of free radicals. And I recommend that people use coconut oil for cooking. Most people use olive oil when they're cooking, and olive oil is an oil that should not be heated. When olive oil is heated, it gets converted to a trans fat. So olive oil that is heated becomes toxic. I talk in great detail about that on my conference calls. So please join me on one of the conference calls and we'll go through and I'll explain the biochemistry behind how heating olive oil turns it into a trans fat. So to order these products, you can first go here to this website. And that is where you can order the Parasite Cleanse, the Artemisia combination, the Dieter's Cleanse, the Liquid Cleanse, the Krill Oil, and the Nature's Harvest. And just follow the prompts for ordering the products. When you order through Nature's Sunshine products, if you order more than $40 in products, then you automatically receive a wholesale account with them, so your products will be purchased at the wholesale price. For the Swirl Vive, you would go to this site. And you can order the Swirl Vive. You would click on the enroll button in the upper right corner and follow the prompts to sign up as a preferred customer. As a preferred customer, you get to receive their products at wholesale cost for a year, and that is $19.95 for the year. And once you enroll, you can just search for the Swirl Vive. There are 4 flavors from which you can choose, and you choose the one you want. There's citrus, raspberry lemonade, there is orange cinnamon, and there's a new one that's a green one that has wheatgrass. And so choose the one that you would like. Follow the prompts, very easy to do. Again, this is a product that I choose not to live without. I absolutely love Swirl Vive. And for your avocados, bananas, the cacao, and the coconut oil, those can be purchased from your local grocery store, but make sure they are organic and make sure that the coconut oil that you use is extra virgin. Thank you so much for taking the time to view this presentation with me. The information in this presentation, I guarantee, can greatly transform your health. Please make sure that you work very closely with your primary care physician, because once you start to implement these things, the Swirl Vive and the daily dietary protocol that I have listed here, your health will change. Pounds will start to melt away, and conditions that you've had for years you'll start to get better from. So it's important to stay in close relationship with your primary care physician so that if you're on medication, they can track your medication and alter it if need be. So until I see you next time, this is Dr. Clarence Brown. Know that I love you, I am rooting for you, and I am in your corner. And please join me on one of my live free conference calls. Until next time, help is on the way. God bless you.